to topic number 7, building your website. And I'm going to incorporate your sales process because in my case, they're integrated. Okay. So what we're going to be doing for this overview is how are you going to build your website and what pages should you use, okay? And then how you want to set them up, okay? Now, remember, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. You may not like anything that I'm saying and the order or any of that stuff. That's up for your interpretation, okay? What I want to share with you is how I set mine up. And what I want you to know is it is constantly being updated. Maybe not that much. I need to do more of it. But now that I'm doing these kind of videos, I don't have all the time to do this stuff, update the website and things of that nature. Because when we get to themes, there's a couple other ideas that I have that we can talk about as well. But I digress. So this is about helping you understand you are building the framework of your house a la your website. And I'm showing you what I've done to start mine and the sales process that I've implemented in order to rent a sign, okay? So we're gonna talk about the 4 different pages that I have, and there's other pages that aren't connected to my, there's other pages that are connected to my website that will allow you to view the pictures of the various different themes, but we're not going to go into that detail right now. Because as you go through the process of building your website, whether it be through a template or whether it be in the capacity that I shared it with you, you're going to learn how you set your background. You're going to learn what type of font you want to use. You're going to learn whether or not you want any images to swoop in or swoop out, okay? And again, in the beginning, when I did this, I incorporated way too much action. I incorporated way too much video, and it slowed down my website, and I learned that that is bad, okay? Not that it is bad, but I didn't have the bandwidth to upload all that information quickly enough to get people and their eyeballs to stay on my site, okay? So you can increase the bandwidth and then that wouldn't be bad, but in this case, you know, we don't want to spend the extra money on that, or that's not the topic that we're discussing, okay? So when I say that we're building your website, what I'm saying is that I'm gonna give you the 4 different pages that I've included, the outlines associated with that, okay? And then the process that I go through in renting a sign. I gotta pause this for just 1 second because I gotta get something else set up. Okay, I'm back. All right, so let's start with the idea of keeping things simple, 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 all right? And let's go to my webpage, okay? So, okay, so this is the first page on my signfairies.net domain name, okay? I'm calling it the home screen, okay? Because that's where I direct everybody with any and all of my ads that I do. I bring people here, okay? And what this should be for you is a place where people are looking at signs, celebrations that I think have, for me, I did a YouTube video on We Love You. It's called Be Open to It. And it talks about this family. Hold on. It talks about, oh, man. It talks about this family and my experience with them, and it was incredible. Okay, I have this picture because the picture on the left is the picture that I have for my Facebook page, my Sign Fairies Facebook page. So there's a little bit of resemblance there. So if somebody goes and sees my Facebook page, they come to my website, they're going to be able to interact with that. The We Love You story that I posted on my YouTube channel, it's a great story, you know? And if you have an opportunity, if somebody asks you, oh, wow, where's, you know, what's that We Love You story about? It's a great one to share, okay? So these pictures should set you up potentially for a dialogue. Now, if you look at Honk, there's actually an A. Bella, this was during like the height of the coronavirus. And if you look at the differences between Honk and Belle, they're totally two different colors. You see that? But this woman, I said no to. I couldn't do it. We were completely booked. So I stayed in touch with her for a full week, and I made those letters for her because I was not going to have Bella not have a sign during the Corona time. Now, what was interesting is that the woman who I got the sign for, she adopted Bella. So there was a very personal story why she wanted to celebrate for her. And I met these people, and they are straight up incredible. Straight up incredible. And Grayson is another one. This is one that was about 40 minutes from my house. Grayson was celebrating his birthday, and I would say that he has, you know, learning disability, which is something that I have too. And, you know, maybe it's harder for Grayson to, you know, make friends. And so because of the coronavirus and not being around anybody, his mother had called, and I told her no. And then somebody else called who was connected to her and asked for a sign on the same address. And when I spoke to that woman and I asked her, I already said no to this woman, she gave me a lowdown on Grayson. And I couldn't say no to her either. And she was 40 miles away. But what's crazy about the story about Grayson is that I installed that in a monsoon, like a torrential downpour. I had every reason not to install that. So just in the matter of this video that's going over your homepage, I've explained to you 4 different stories that you can talk to somebody about when you're renting a sign to them, if they want to know that, right? Remember, you are in the joy business, all right? And you're bringing joy to people. And every single one of those pictures that I have on my home screen set me up for I think, a heartwarming story that I could share with somebody that's genuine and that is real, that will convey to that customer how important it is for you to work with them and their celebration. Hashtag it matters, right? So do you see why, even though this is a super simple page, that you are setting yourself up for conversations that I believe to be impactful, right? That confirm your willingness to go the extra mile. I didn't have to make a sign for Bella. I couldn't say no to that woman. Most people probably would be like, sorry, I can't help you. Move on, right? I just can't, I can't do that. And maybe that's a problem, all right? And the thing with Grayson, like, here's the other thing that I want you to remember too, okay? And I'm not doing it for this reason, but if you put in any effort at all and actually care and listen to what your customer has to say, nobody else is doing it. I mean, even at Amazon, it took me 48 hours for somebody to get back to me. You didn't give me my stuff, okay? It's 3 weeks late, waiting, not getting communicated with. Everything is email. I don't know what's happening. I have to trust the process, and I'm angry I don't have my stuff, okay? I'm reaching out to people. right away because nobody else does. And I think it's a competitive advantage. Okay. I digress. But if you think about the importance of your homepage and keeping it simple, simple, and simple, you know, basically what this is, and if I go over here, right, this is the editing tool. So when I click on this, I can edit this text, right? Allow me to edit it. All right. It'll allow me to move this horizontal menu up and down. All right. I'm gonna screw over here and just undo it. All right, because it was working before. This is a copy, so I'm not changing anything on my website. But this is an image that I picked up from here to add a gallery, or no, a list. All right, so this is where you'll build your website. You'll have click an image that when you open it up, all right, and you go to it's me again. Anyway, you can add your hyperlinks. All right. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on how you build your website because, guys, there is so many different YouTube videos out there already where you can do that. I'm going to go over really what I think is more important is the thought methodology behind building my website and how I use it. Okay. And it's a platform for you to build and grow off. And once you figure out, because you will, because I did it, all right, once you figure this out and how you set it up, then you'll be able to change it. So you're investing time into your front page of your website, all right? And I think that that's time well spent, all right? And then you're gonna have your display your celebrations majestically, which is our tagline at the bottom, right? So I'm not asking a lot of people here. There's not a lot of wording. It's not wordy. Before it really was. I felt compelled to just like share with people everything about what we were trying to accomplish on the front page, and nobody cares. People want to get here, they want to see your signs, and they want to know where to go and purchase one, and they want to do it fast. Matter of fact, I had somebody who bought a sign from me just the other day tell me he didn't like my website. Okay, that's fine. You know, he's like, you should do a better job setting that up. And he's right. You know, I could probably make this a little bit easier for myself. But here's the great thing about this community and why you're a part of it is that if you do decide to go through this process, or if you have your own process that's different to mine, but similar in the sense that you're going to reach out to people directly, then you can share with me what worked and what didn't work. And I'm going to learn from you. Okay. So that's kind of how I see this working. All right. So this is your homepage. This is where I have my tagline, display your celebrations majestically. If you don't have a tagline, no big deal. All right. And then I have a call to action. Complete the reservation request form to confirm your dates, or click on the Talk to Me chat box. We are around always. Now, we're going to go over this Talk to Me chat box later because it speaks to something completely different. All right. But let's stay on point. All right. So this is where we're editing within Wix, the actual front page. All right. And what we're also doing is we're discussing the idea and the reasoning behind your homepage. Sample signs, signs that tell a story. All right. And when I'm saying you tell this story, I think innately I'm a good storyteller. Okay. And if you're not a good storyteller or whatnot, you want to have a simple 3-minute, 30-second pitch on why you have your sign examples on your homepage so somebody can get intrigued by it. Okay. And the other concept about your homepage is that it should be simple and it should be not have a lot of text on it. Right? It just shouldn't. Okay. because you don't want to get people bogged down, because if there's too much content on here and they're like information overload and they're on their cell phone and they're driving, they're just going to move on, and you've already lost them and you're gone. All right. And you don't want to do that. Okay. So that's why I have my homepage set up that way. And when you want to set up a page, you go to Wix menu and you go add a page. All right. Or you edit a template that you like. Okay. Again, there's so much content out there already on how you build a website page on Wix. That's where you'll learn that stuff. Okay. Not here. That's not a good use of my time, and it's not a good use of your time. Okay. So if we go back to our page, we're going to talk about themes. All right. So the next page, I've defined my signs as themes. All right. Because there are so many different celebrations that you can actually rent. I want a place where people can go and look at the different themes. And they can do that by clicking on my homepage and my themes button. Okay, so let's do it. See how quickly that loaded up? It definitely took more than 3 seconds, all right, which isn't good, which I don't like. All right. So within the themes setting, I have a very simple tagline. Say it with a celebration display from Sign Fairies. $10 off. And then I have a 1 sentence or 2 sentence overview and what I think is a valid competitive advantage. All of our themes are customized. So Science Fairy is passionate about making your celebration display majestic and magical. It's true. Sign Fairies will help you construct the perfect celebration for your loved one for any occasion. Sign Fairies is not a franchise. We're a locally owned business, and we have the freedom to get as creative as we want for special somebody or your event. And that's true. And I think that's a competitive advantage. Okay? So if you're in a rush, let's just say someone's in the car, they can click on that button by tapping it, and it will take them right to a reservation request form. And we'll get into that in just a second. Complete your reservation request form if you're so busy and you don't have time to look at these signs and you just want a happy birthday sign because you saw someone on your subdivision who had one, then you can do that. The other way that you can get in touch with me immediately if you want to rent a sign is to click on the Talk to Me ad. All right? So 2 ways to get in touch with me immediately. Sign up, buy, or click on Talk to Me, which I also monitor. All right? We are obsessed about making sure that we answer your questions in real time, and that's true. People talk about that. Look at my Facebook reviews, okay? They're there. And if you want to learn more about this, click here. I don't even know where that goes. Oh, this is an About Us page. See all this video? It takes so long for this stuff to open up. I hate it. I have to fix it. I shouldn't even have it. Okay? So follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right? And then below is a list of the themes. So if somebody clicks on, oh, hey, happy birthday. Cool. Let me see these sample displays. I click on that button, and guess where it takes me? Bing! To all the pictures that I have that people send to me of their happy birthday displays. And the way that this is set up is it's just a slide. Right? Happy birthday, Kate. Happy birthday, Morgan. Front page. Happy birthday, Anya. Check that out. Got a blue Lamborghini in front of my sign. All right? Ooh, I like that one. Chloe. Gymnast. Aren't these great? You got to have this stuff too. Cora was incredible. Skylar. She was another one. I gotta remember, I know all these. You should. All right. This is T-Mac. I didn't know this, but T-Mac is a crew chief for one of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s race teams. And when the word got out that he got a happy birthday sign from someone at that company. He posted it on his social media, and his wife spread the word. I got 5 orders during the Corona time. Okay, so this will take people to your happy birthday display. Now, I got a lot more happy birthday than I do anything else, and what I can tell you is that I need more work to do on my themes page. It's not ideal. All right. So if I go down on the bottom and I click on gender reveal, there'll be a couple pictures of the gender reveal. If I click on Father's Day, I don't even think there's any there. Sweet 16, I only have one there because someone ordered one and I put it there. And if you notice, the M is on backwards as opposed to the W. Found that out later on too. All right. And we have a welcome home. We have wedding events that we have. This happens to be for my cousin. Mother's Day, love is in the air. Anniversaries. You know, the one thing that I did, if you'll notice, you see this picture that says anniversaries, I love you, and it's got the trees in the background. This is at my house. All right. And if you look at the grass, we need a lot of work in the grass. But you want to actually go out and make signs and take pictures of them. Okay. Or if you're on Victory Store, you can go there and get all their generic ones. But I don't like that. I'd rather make my own. I think it's better. Okay. So we have sample displays. You see, there's the other thing I learned. We have sample displays, and then we have review displays. That's embarrassing. Champions for soccer or baseball. Then I have random pictures for graduations, retirement, or congratulations. You can click on here. But if you see, my website is overlapping this content, and that's not good. All right? You just don't want that. All right? But I made this by going to add lists and a grid. And I think it's something like this. I did something like this right here. And it will populate with all the images, and it will embed right on my website. Then I just copied and pasted my pictures. All right. I would like to go into detail about how all that works, but I just want you to get all this. So the themes is where people are going to be going, right, to understand what they need to rent. Here's another thing I would add. I would also include, and Card My Yard does this very well, is the different letter types that you have. So I have 24-inch black letters, 24-inch yellow letters, 24-inch red letters. I also have happy birthday in stars. I have happy birthday in polka dots. I have happy birthday in a tie-dye, okay? So people can't go and look at that stuff, all right? So I would probably include sort of like an inventory of the stuff that I have, okay, as an added thing to this, all right? So pricing. Who you are, what are you selling, or in our case, renting, how much is it? All right, so now we have a pricing page. All right, let's click on pricing. Here it is, right out of the gate, $10 off. We charge $100 for a rental sign, but for now, we're giving $10 off. You can have it for $90. Keep it simple, flat rate pricing. What I don't want to do is add more confusion to my sales process. For 25 words, it'll be $75. If you add another 5 letters, it'll be additional $10.50. Like, no, that does not work for me. You know, and when you get into, you know, renting out signs every night and having to pick up a sign to go deliver another one, you're going to have to keep track of all your letters, and it's daunting. It's daunting without having that. To include that would make it bananas. All right, and then I have instructions right here on the pricing page. You got $10 off. Keep it simple, flat rate. What do I get? Right? Click on the Talk to Me chat box. Someone goes right there, and it goes right to me. Okay, and I get back to them real fast. So within the pricing page, you want to know how much it costs, or you want to know what you're getting. So you get a 24-hour rental display. I might change that to 22 to 24. Person's name, a message, happy birthday, it's a boy, welcome home, whatever you want. The typical letter sizes are 24-inch by 11.5-inch size letters. You can choose from red, black, and yellow. And since then, we've changed and updated our letters, so I should probably remove that. We have different themes and accents, which would include birthday cupcakes, president's candles, balloons, stars, hearts, graduation caps, race cars, huge birthday cakes, unicorns, construction equipment. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Emojis, right? Here we go. I have a list of all these. All right. No cost to reserve. So you know what? If you want to reserve one right now, okay, click on the reservation request form, fill out that form, and I'll get back to you to see whether or not it's available. So this is what you're getting. Although I don't tell them how much it actually is, I'm telling them that it's $10 off. I want them to either reach out to me to ask how much, or I want them to fill out a reservation request form, because when I reach back out and tell them, they're like, that's it? Okay. And then you go from there. Some people would put your pricing here. That's a business decision I decided not to do. So once we've confirmed your date, then we discuss payment, not before. All right. Some people think that my sales process is silly. Okay. But if you think about what I'm doing, all right, and you think about how I'm doing it, I do, and I may not later, but today, I want to connect with people. I want them to hear a voice. I want them to hear that it's important, and I want them to hear that they matter, all right, and that their celebration matters, okay, because it does. And maybe it shouldn't. You know why? Because there's a lot of other people, Amazon, a few other companies that I know of, that don't care if they talk to you or not. They just want your business. And that's okay. I'm happy that they're doing that. But I personally have to have more than that. And maybe that will change. I'm going to leave it wide open because maybe it will change and it'll be different. But it feels stale and it feels transactional. When we're talking about celebrations, it's not a transactional thing. It's celebration. Okay. And then I'm not asking them to buy anything. And then they click on a reservation request form, which is on the pricing page. Okay. And then I have just space. And then from there, they'll go to the reservation request form. Okay. So this is will tell them what will happen next if they click on this form. Okay. Complete your reservation request form or click on the Talk to Me chat box if you have a question. Most people have been clicking on the Talk to Me chat box. Okay. And I'll tell you why I like that later. But people submit the request form. And I make sure that I have this link somewhere in an accessible area, because a lot of people will text me or fill out the form or IM me, and I just tell people to fill the form out. Hey, listen, I'm happy to chat with you to discuss what you need, but fill this form out. Because if I don't get this information, I'm going to forget about you. And that's true. I've done that twice, and I'm not happy about it. So it's the quickest way to get connected with us. It's the best way to secure your date. It's an easy way to provide all your contact information and let us know the best way to connect with you. Okay, and then I tell them that they're not getting charged anything, and then we will reach out to you directly. Okay, all transactions are completed through Square. So I mentioned that in here so that they understand that. All right, so this is the way that I've built out my website. Now there's other aspects associated where you have to build additional pages on top of your themes to display all the different themes, but for this purpose, if you're going to go through the process of building this out, you're going to understand how all of this works. Okay. And that's good. You should know that. Okay. But I want to go over what I've been doing, because I would say that for us, it's been successful. Some other people would disagree with me. As a matter of fact, Card My Yard and Sign Gypsies, they don't really connect with a lot of people because everything is automated. Now it's great for the business owners because they don't get contacted and have to be bothered with people asking questions. And for them, it's great. They can do more other stuff. Okay. And when they do have availability, it's a lot more streamlined, and they can deliver a sign. Okay. For me, early on, and at least for now, I got to communicate with people. Call me old school, call me stupid. Bad idea. You probably got a lot of people saying you're an idiot. You should streamline this whole thing. It would be simpler. You should start a franchise and go from there. Okay. Reality is that I haven't. And I think that if it #matters, that this is a good way to engage with your customers, to interact with them. Because more importantly, more than you want anything else, is to have these people sign up once and then become loyal customers, all right? Because they've gone through your process. I got people just texting me being like, I need to order another sign, right? I've got 15 reviews on Facebook that are all 5-star. I'm sure that will change because not everybody's going to be happy all the time. But you are building your brand and you are building long-term revenue potential by doing yourself this favor and connecting with these folks. Disagree with me if you want. That's fine. Okay? That's just how I'm doing it. And if you're in this business community and you're a Patreon member, this is how I do it. I can't tell you any other way right now, but maybe 6 months from now or a month from now, I'll tell you that this process that I have for you to do right now was wrong. But for right now, it's right. Okay? And this is what I would recommend because it's simple. It's easy to understand. It gets you where you need to go. It gets you talking to your customers, and you can actually see it on your cell phone and even on your desktop. All right? And I, again, want to stay to the theme of simple, simple, simple. Okay? You have to bear with me. I'm still looking around. I don't know why I'm looking around. I have it on my page here. All right. So if you understand how the website's built, then by default, you have an understanding of the sales process. Okay? Do you see how this works and it's intertwined? The sales process is somebody goes to the homepage. It's very simple. Okay? They click on the themes button if they do decide to go that way. All right? They look and see what kind of themes we offer. We talk to them very briefly. If you want to talk to somebody now, click on the chat now button. All right? And then the pricing page. It's simple. It's a flat rate pricing. I don't tell them how much it is, and I probably should, but I'd rather connect with them so that they understand and they can say no. Is that more time consuming for me? Yes. But you know what? At least I'm connecting with them. All right? And then the reservation request form. All right? So the next video that we are going to discuss is going to be topic number 8. And topic number 8 is going to be going over these bonus features, which are Typeform, which is a paid service. It's $35. I'll tell you why I have it. And Google Voice. This is a free service, right? And I love Google Voice because it integrates with my Google Android phone and it's super easy for me to connect with people, okay? And then we're also going to talk about Typeform allows you to set up a video ask chat box. Here's the best thing about it. It's free, okay? Isn't that cool? Like, talk to me. See it down there? That's video ask. Here's the other cool thing too. If I go to my website, which I will right now, it pops up at the bottom. You can have this too. Check this out. There's my page. There it is. Talk to me. Click on it. Beep. It goes right to me. It's a great way to get in touch with people. All right. It is one of those, it's not automated though. You know how some of those, hey, thanks for coming to our website. Is there a question I can answer for you? Do you want to buy? That's not what this is. Okay. It's a little bit different. And what I like about it is I think it's the up and coming, because you can send me a video of your question and I can send it back to you. All right. So there we go. Topic number 7, building your website in the sales process. Let's reiterate it one more time. Simple, simple, simple. Simple. 1 + 1 is 2. It's not 5, it's not 4, it's not 3. Okay? Simple. All right? Home, themes, pricing, reservation request form. It's the topics that I've generated in order to build my website. But what else is it? It's my online sales process. Okay? And the bonus services that we're going to talk about are related to that topic. So they're intertwined. All right? Google Forms will allow you to do it for free. I like Typeform because it gives me access. I like Typeform because, well, I'll get into that in the next one. All right? The thing about the reservation request form with Typeform is that, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that. All right? So they click on the button, they fill out the reservation request form. As a matter of fact, let me show you. It opens up another window, and then I am instructing people on what they need to do. This is an actual form in a survey that somebody fills out that I customize. And I can't do it the way that I want it on Google Forms, even though it's free. So I paid for this service, and I really like it. All right, hang tight. We got more to cover.